Hello everyone. Welcome to the LeverX webinar series, a free educational service offered to SAP customers to inform and demonstrate SAP functionality and industry best practices to improve your business performance. Our webinar today is entitled Streamline Multidiscipline Design Cycles, SAP Engineering Control Center Innovations. The SAP Engineering Control Center connects diverse computer-aided design authoring tools into SAP. The consistent integration of authoring tools across the value chain enables a 360-degree product view, including product data, design data, generated in several mechanical and electrical computer-aided design authoring tools. My name is Alan Mendel, Vice President at LeverX, and I will be the moderator for today's webinar. Before we begin our topic, let me briefly introduce you to LeverX. LeverX helps companies increase business value by leveraging existing investments in SAP solutions.
Yeah, I'm just sharing my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, I can see it. Very good. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks, Alan. Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome everybody for this webinar. My name is Vinay, working in solution management for SAP PLM at SAP headquarters here in Waldorf. For the next 60 minutes or so, what we really intend to do is to give an outline of how one can streamline the design processes, especially in a multidiscipline design environment using SAP Engineering Control Center, and specifically today also look at extensively the SAP interfaces to ePlan. I'll be joined today by my colleague Arndt Polfarborn and Johanna Jäger, who will walk us through in depth about the ePlan interfaces to Engineering Control Center. We have outlined a packed schedule where we want to briefly give a background about the Engineering Control Center and our approach to support multidiscipline authoring environment, but more specifically spend a significant amount of time understanding the ePlan electric integrations and looking the solution at work, exploring what a typical engineer would do when he's working with the ePlan electric environment and how they carry out their day-to-day activities of updating a electric project, making sure the BOMs are correctly updated, and managing the documents, the associated parts and materials associated with these changes. We also intend to reserve some time towards the end to handle any of the questions that you might have. But should you have any questions upfront, feel free to type it in the chat window so that we make our best attempt to address those towards the end. So before we get started, why did we introduce the Engineering Control Center as our platform for integrating diverse authoring tools? When we looked and spoke to many of our customers, what was quite clear was the multi-design environment that resides in each of our customers' landscape. But what was also pretty significant was that in these multi-CAD environments, the data coming out of the CAD tools often resided in dedicated data management systems just to manage the data coming out of these CAD systems. What this builds up is tiny information islands within the context of the organization. As the number of or the types of the CAD tools increases, there'll be significant challenges to often find and locate the data in the context of product development. Even simple tasks like carrying out changes become a significant challenge. Elevate this to the context of the enterprise of the organization, then carrying out an efficient product development activity, taking into consideration these diverse authoring tools poses a significant challenge, having an impact on the overall product development costs, or be it the time to market for bringing out the product involving this multidisciplinary aspects. And Of course, as the complexity of the product themselves increase, a greater need is felt to harmoniously work with these diverse authoring tool environment and provide an efficient and an integrated environment to carry out the product development activities. So the Engineering Control Center, what we launched a couple of years back, provides this harmonious interface across diverse authoring tools, and more importantly, provides a consistent integration from these diverse CAD tools into SAP. So irrespective of the kind of the design environment that the engineer would work with, his interactions or her interactions in terms of creating and working with part masters, the documents and the BOMs and the product data and so forth are pretty consistent across these tools.
I'd like to finish an overview about ePlan and dive a bit deeper into what we are doing with our products. As said before, we are supporting the electrical engineering process, and for this we have different applications on what we call our ePlan platform for the complete process. And this quite often starts with pre-planning, means the ability to use a sort of construction kit builder where you can gather all the information from your customer for further use during the project. And next to the electrical design, we also support with ePlan fluid, pneumatics and hydraulic information for example, PSID diagrams and so on. This could be seamlessly connected to electrical schematics, which are done with the electrical P8, the most well-known product from our portfolio. And for the handover to manufacturing, we have ePlan Pro Panel, which allows you a 3D representation and layouting of cabinets, including interfaces to hand over this data for manufacturing. And what you see here is the ability to cover the complete process with the different documents that are created during the process with our tools. And yes, as Vinny said in his introduction, teamwork is a major goal for PLM systems such as the SAP PLM, and I have a typical product of one of our customers, the company Heller, a machine tool, and on first glance it looks like a typical mechanical design, but if you have a closer look on this, you see a lot of electrical disciplines in this machine tool as well. So we have, of course, power drive, safety control systems. We have measurement and controlled technology built in, fluid power for lubrication and cooling topics, and even what we see here, a built-in cabinet into the machine for the control systems. And that makes pretty obvious that if you want to have a complete digital representation of your product in one system, you need to align the discipline, and that's exactly what the Engineering Control Center does.